Outfit of the day. I bought this fit for him.
My daddy did.
I'm just playing, but that's nice. I like it. So he's wearing his Nike fit and he has some cool shoes to go with it, which I can't wait to show y'all the shoes. It's so awesome, ain't it? Oh, you look just like me. Say cheese. You look just like me, don't you?
Yeah, kinda.
Kinda. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the vlog. So today we are going to a free event for kids. I am still on my $100 a week budget from now until January. Someone sent me $150, so technically I have $250 to work with. I'm debating on if I want to spend the full $250 since that $150 was kind of like free money, or if I want to stay strict and just put the money aside for if something comes up like an event or a birthday or whatever. I don't know. I'm making it a goal when it comes to the kids or my kid, find free stuff to do or do cheap stuff. They do have fall break next week, so I'm not taking him to any of the fun places until it's during the week where you get a discount, right? Most of the fun places, like the jumping places, bowling places, they have specials for Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays when it's slow. So that is my goal, is to not like go overboard this week. However, tomorrow we are going to church and we're most likely gonna go get donuts or something. But I'm gonna see how much money I spend this weekend. Just show y'all that it's possible, because a lot of people were saying, oh, $100, that's crazy, that's crazy. I don't think $100 is that low. I think that you can make it work. You can't buy no clothes. So right now I'm about to do my nails, and I think I'm gonna end up doing black because the black nail theory is real for me. I just so happened to see a video from last year that I posted where I had black nails, and I'm like, that's a sign. I need to go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna show y'all how I do my nails right now. I just wash my hands. The key is to keep your hands super dry. Like, you don't want it to be moisturized or anything like that. So I want to do short black, and I'm gonna leave everything in the description box too. So I use these. Now here's the thing, I'm gonna tell you this. I have a lot of stuff, and every week I'm like, oh, I should buy a different polish, or I need another nude. You have enough colors. Buy 3 sets. This is the secret, I'm gonna show you. Buy your nudes. So these are my nude polishes. Buy your colors, okay? The color polishes, this is enough colors, okay? And then buy your fall colors, okay? So these are like light browns and dark browns, oranges. That's all you need. This has spring and summer colors, if you big on that, because I am. I don't like to wear fall colors in the spring and the spring colors in the fall and the winter colors in the summer. I don't know what it is, it bothers me. So this set, let me show you the outside. I done painted on it. I had this so long, but lavender violets. This is a 6-year-old set, so I don't even know if they sell that, but I will still link it if I find it. You need your light. I had this for 3 years. You need your file with, it's gonna come with like a different set of heads usually, so I'll leave the link down below for that, but you're gonna need this. My old one just died out, but this one is way better. Acetone, cotton balls. You can get that from the Dollar Tree. This nail glue is less damaging to your nails, okay? Because it's a jelly, like you can see. It's like a gel type of glue. When you put it on, it doesn't harm your nails. It's really good. But if you're kind of like somebody that's in a rush and you just want to use nail glue, this right here, this is Beauty Secrets. Like I said, I'll link it all down below. But this one is so good, and you get to skip the light, because if you're someone who doesn't want to be under the lamp a long time, then I would say get the nail glue. I actually learned this off of TikTok. Put the first set of glue on, let it dry on both hands, and then go in with the second, and then put the nails on. It's going to stick for at least 3 weeks. This is something that I really do like DIY. Now when it comes to my toes, I used to get them done every 6 months just to get a good scrubbing, and then I would paint my own toes and I would do my toes from home. But I still like that initial thing, and I haven't gotten my toes done in 2 years, so I still want to go to the school to get my toes done, which that's a hack too, going to the school for beauty maintenance. I've been having a lot of stuff on my mind, so I haven't had the chance to like go and do that, but that's a plan too. So let me stop yapping. So anyway, yeah, let's get started. I'm about to put on my music. What you listening to? I love this song. This is my favorite song. This is my wedding song, for real. I think it's the best song. You laughing? You don't think I'm gonna get married? We are here to get my mom, and I didn't get to finish my nails. But anyway, I am so ready to go do some fun free stuff. We are late because it's not really my fault, is it? Kinda.
No, it's Auntie. You said it's Auntie.
Yeah, we gonna blame Auntie. Always blame Auntie, right? So, in my vlog, there's my twin, my best friend. There go my baby. He already got hot. So this is the event. I think it's for Primerica, right? Yeah, so I'll show y'all around once we get in. Showed up. Hey girl, she's every woman. Yes. Give it to him, Lex. Oh, thank you. I'm spoiled, y'all. Look at that. Look, yes. Woo, yes. I gotta get fried Oreos. I got to. You wanna be in my vlog? Hey, real auntie. Okay, I forgot to do the nails with y'all because I don't know why I got so overstimulated, but this is how they look. So they shorter on this side. I'm about to get these to match, but yeah, so I don't know, I'm just feeling kind of tired, so I'm just gonna go ahead and make dinner for the night, and then we can do our sit down so I can tell y'all the life update of what's going on. I think it's obvious, like I got my apartment, but I just want to tell y'all everything that has transpired in the past 2.5 months. So I'll be right back. Hello everyone. Don't look at my bed because I was just about to lay down and go to sleep, but I need to take off my makeup, and I said, you know what, let me stay consistent. So let's go ahead and do this sit down and I tell y'all the latest. Most of y'all already know if you follow me on TikTok, but your girl got a new car, new job, and a new place. Crazy thing is, everything came together in 1 week, literally 6 days. I got my new car, started my new job, and moved into my apartment in the same week. So it just shows the power of God and what God can do for you if you be obedient. There's so much we have to touch on, and what this video is going to be more about is just kind of clearing some things up first of all, but then also letting you all in on just how I'm feeling right now, because even though I have been blessed with so much and I'm so grateful, I am dealing with a lot of different emotions. I guess we could start with where I left off in the last video, where I said that I was moving in with my mom, my car got repossessed, and I didn't have my job. I quit my job. So I guess we'll start with my job, because I wanted to clarify what I did for a living. I was working in new construction, which I feel is a very lucrative career. However, the market is changing. Let's be real, the market has changed a lot since the pandemic. So when I got there, everyone was talking about how much money they made and how you could kill it in this game. However, interest rates went up, prices didn't make any sense, and I didn't sell the way I wanted to. Did I make some money? Yes. Did I make a lot of money? No. Did I make enough money to work every Saturday and Sunday? Absolutely not. And drive all the way to the other side of town, 45 minutes, there and back? No, no, no. All of that is a no. Somebody was asking, like, how didn't you know that you weren't making a lot of money? Honestly, guys, I told y'all before, like, first of all, I'm very frugal, and I didn't have a car note or anything, and I paid up my bills. So as soon as I sold my house, I paid up my bills. So I didn't really get to see a lot of missing money. It started to click towards the end. I'm like, am I making money at this job? But I wasn't. I don't regret taking that job. That was my first job in real estate using my license. I developed a lot of great sales skills there, but I got back into the routine of working there, and I learned a lot about the market and realized that this is not the market that I think I want to be in right now. Fast forward, after leaving the job, it was no beef. Like, I put in a 2 weeks notice. They pretty much told me, like, once you put in your 2 weeks notice, you don't have to come back. I did miss out on some commissions, but when you know that it's time to go, you can't worry about the woulda, coulda, shouldas. I just said I need to leave. Sometimes you gotta just cut the string right where it is instead of trying to wait and see, because the longer I stayed, the more I probably would have sold, and I would have just stayed stuck at that job. So I just left. The only thing I regret about my job is I let people talk me out of quitting when I knew I was supposed to quit. Don't tell nobody your plan. It wasn't a thing of me just talking like, oh, I'm about to quit, I'm about to quit. I did do that too, but I told my manager, hey, I think I need to go and I'm ready to leave. And I drug it out, not too much longer, but long enough to where I probably should have just enjoyed my summer and called it a day, had a Coke and a smile, but everything happens for a reason. Moving on, I applied to a bunch of jobs. I showed y'all that in the first vlog. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But I was applying for a bunch of jobs, and the job that I really wanted that I was telling y'all I prayed for, and this is my dream job, it did not go through. They didn't even respond back to me. It was just like ghost town. I ended up saying, let me just stop applying for jobs because I feel like I'm getting desperate. I did get a job at a temp agency making maybe $16 an hour. My thing was more having a check for me to get a car, because at this point, like I said, my car was repossessed, and I didn't really like dipping into my savings the way I was dipping into my savings. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm ready to get at least a little something something. When I got that job for the $16 an hour, that's when I said that's enough. I'm not looking for another job, and I'm just gonna wait until something hits me in the face, literally. I see a job, it was in the rental space, like property management space, making more than my dream job. Follow me. So I go to an interview. As soon as I met the manager, I knew that was my manager. Did the second interview. He didn't even interview me. He literally just told me what I would be doing. It wasn't a real interview. So the recruiter called me right after the 2 interviews and told me that I had the job. Honestly, I love what I do. I didn't have any experience in this industry prior to taking this job, but it is something that I truly love doing. I really love working with people and helping them get a home, and it's just so much easier than the home buying process. I don't know, I think this is my jam, y'all. I feel like I'm really good at what I do, and I also know for a fact that I'm an exceptional employee because I had such a long break and I took that sabbatical. I really do love working. I work Monday through Friday, off Saturdays, Sundays. I love my job. Let me stop calling it a job. This is really a career. You can grow so much with the company. They have already promoted people back to back to back. I'm just so grateful to be here. I love what I do, truly. This is the best job I've ever had, honestly. And we work from home. So it's 10 out of 10. As soon as I got the job, got my offer letter, went and looked at apartments. Could not find an apartment that didn't have terrible reviews, didn't have a bunch of trash. I was trying to find apartments close to my job because that's a big thing for me, was not having to drive 45 minutes to get to work, which is another reason why I was glad I ended my lease, right? I'm about to apply for a particular apartment. Why I log in on TikTok. That apartment is on there getting bashed. They were saying how bad it was, how trashy it was, shooting, crime, car break-ins. Literally, I was like, whoa. When something ain't for you, it's not for you. Found another apartment. They don't accept bankruptcies if it's under 5 years old, and mine is less than 1 year old. So I had to let that one go. I pray about it, give it a guy, and I say I give up. I had on my heart one day to go downtown and to look in the downtown Atlanta area, which is where I've always wanted to live. However, I thought that downtown Atlanta would be far from my job because it's the other side, less than 20 minutes away. Just so happened to be scrolling on my phone, see an ad for another apartment. So I called the line. I said, hey, I don't want to waste anyone's time. Do you all accept bankruptcies? He said yes. So him and I started talking. He told me that he also filed bankruptcy. Went to the apartment, toured. They have a bunch of floor plans. Finally, I found the one that I wanted. I said, this one feels like home. I just feel it in my gut. This is the one I need to apply for. So I went downstairs to apply for the apartment, and I got approved the same day. Called my movers the next day, and now I am here. I'm so in love. Y'all don't understand. I have always wanted to live downtown, and this apartment is the exact same price for the one that I was paying for. Y'all know that shoebox I was living in that was this big? I'm paying the same price at this apartment. 2-bedroom, nice walk-in closet, 2 bathrooms, which is what I really wanted. There's nothing that anyone can say to me about God's plan being better than your plan. I am so glad that I surrendered. I want to call out a few things. If you are in your waiting season, here's some tips I will give you. Number 1, have faith and prove it. I'm not saying be reckless, but if you really have faith, you're not gonna worry. I was not worried. Stressed a little bit, overwhelmed at times, but not worried. I knew it. I kept telling my mom. I started packing up in my mom's house way before I even got approved for the apartment, because I was moving in the vibration that I'm gonna get my place soon. It's coming. It's coming. Move in faith. Me booking that New York trip is not something the normal Kiki would do. I go immediately into survival mode when things don't work out. One thing my sister said when I went to New York, and it was so deep, she said, this is something that you would never do, so you need to do it, because you're gonna break your reality. And she's big on like Joe Dispenza and stuff like that, but she was absolutely right. Act as if it already worked out. Act as if you already are where you said that you wanted to be, because it's coming, but you gotta stay in a high vibration. Another thing I would suggest you do in your waiting season, watch people who are already living the life that you want to live. If you are someone who is on social media and you do doom scroll, you know what I'm saying, then you need to be watching people who are already doing what you do. Immediately went into women in real estate, immediately went into apartment tours in downtown Atlanta. Everything that I knew was coming, I started wanting to watch those things. Another thing I would suggest while you're in your waiting season, like I told y'all before, is to go ahead and get some sleep. I am so glad that I slept. See, I saw some mean comments, but no, I did sleep. I went straight to sleep. My mom thought I was just depressed, but I'm like, no, let me go ahead and catch up on my rest because I'm about to have a job soon. And I'm not gonna be able to take naps when I want to, right? Another thing I would suggest is don't tell anyone anything until after it worked out. I recorded the video while I was going through it, but I didn't post it until after I had already got everything. I didn't post it until after I got my apartment, I started my job, and I got my car. Had I read the comments and I was going through it, I feel like it would have made me feel worse and it would have made me doubt myself. So I'm so glad that I waited. So while y'all were talking trash, I was already sitting in my bed at my new place. Move in silence. Don't let people know what you got going on. I told y'all that before in my last video about entrepreneurship. Stop telling people everything that you got going on. Be quiet, okay? And stop talking about these dang on interviews. Stop telling people, oh yeah, I got an interview. Yeah, I'm about to interview for this position. Don't speak about it. I'm not trying to say that anybody can stop what God has for you. But sometimes you just need to move in silence and no one should know until after it's done, okay? Another tip for your waiting season. Do not let yourself go. That is something that I did the last time. Should I upload this picture of me? Y'all, I look like what I had went through. Even in the vlog, I had to catch myself and snap out of it because yeah, I started looking like the struggle. Keep up with your self-maintenance. Don't go out the house looking like anything. Keep up with your hair, all of that. Feeling ugly is just gonna make you feel worse. I promise you, I guarantee your money back. Another thing I would say, and this is just my personal opinion, but I wanna bring this up, do not date while you're in your low season. And I say that because, not saying if you're already in a relationship that's different, but what I'm saying is when you are trying to figure your life out, I do not think that this is the time to date. I promise you, you need to just be pouring into your own cup. I'm not saying that you can't have friends, you could talk to people, you could whatever, but all the guys that I have talked to, I already told them I'm not dating until June 2026, baby, because I got some money to save up. I gotta get my savings back right. I got my own stuff cooking right now. I gotta focus on my YouTube, getting my audience back. I gotta focus on my TikTok. I don't need no distractions. I don't need anybody on my phone. I don't need anyone that I'm obligated to talk to, date night, and I ain't trying to sleep with nobody. With all that being said, get out of my face. Last but not least, make sure you document this time. So glad that even when I was in my darkest times, I journaled. I have videos in my phone of me talking about what was going on and where my mental was. I documented every part of my journey. I think it's so important to look backwards sometimes to see how far you've come. So if you're in your season where maybe nothing is working out and everything sucks, keep track of that. This is all a part of your testimony. I know you don't feel that way. I know you feel like complete crap right now, but please trust me on that. That's the one thing. If you don't take anything from this video, take that. It's gonna be better days. And when days get bad again, maybe one day in the future, you will remember what you have overcome. So again, make sure you let me know if y'all wanna see vlogs / sit downs, or if y'all just wanna see sit downs, that's cool. Y'all not gonna hurt my feelings. I promise you. But anyway, love you much. I will see you all in the next video. And I'm gonna keep y'all posted about this book.